さっきのさ、リフトの時に
No. No, we've been coming up here almost ever since it's been in existence.
Let's start again. May I have your name, please?
Charles Nickol from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Eugene Nickol from Cincinnati also.
Your brother.
Brothers. He's older than I am.
This is first time, or you've been here before?
No, we come up 3-4 times a year. We've been doing it ever since the museum's been up here.
Yes, we enjoy coming up and see the progress that's made, their acclamations with the new aircraft that they get all the time. And we're interested. We came up this time to see the space movie and just get the old feeling got back of seeing all the aircraft and enjoy coming up.
Then, question.
はいはい。もう何回も来られてるっておっしゃってましたよね。で、このボックスカーをやっぱり特に見に来られたんでしょうか。
You come here today to see boxcar?
Yeah, we always look for the World War II planes, and that's one of our things. But we wanted to see the space movie that's up here, but the boxcar and the B-17s are, World War II enthusiasts, and we like to watch them and just see them that they're still around after all these years, a moment of history that can never be repeated again. Right.
第二次大戦の飛行機を見ました。
特にこのたくさんある飛行機の中でボックスカーというのはどんな印象を持っていらっしゃいますか。
What kind of impression do you have toward the boxcar among these many planes?
Well, the B-29 stands out in my mind as a very significant piece of equipment that played a very vital role in World War II. And I think it's great that it has been able to be restored and put back in the original condition for people like myself and for future generations that will know what really came about in World War II and one of the main reasons why the war had been finished and ended over with.
So you support this airplane finished the World War. Do you support that theory or opinion?
I think it had a very important role in the end of World War II, yes.
How about you?
I think it saved millions of lives, both on the Japanese and the Americans.
Very true.
It was a horrible thing to have to be done, and it took great courage for Truman to say drop it. But for the millions of lives that it saved, I think it had its rewards.
戦争を終結したという労働を私たちは高く評価しています。
じゃあこの飛行機を誇りに思ってますか？
So are you folks very proud of boxcar? Not that degree or
Not in that degree, no. Well, the B-29, when it first came out, I was a young man, very, very young, and it was just such an enormous piece of equipment. That's why I've always been amazed by it, how it could even get off the ground, really. And that is my impression of the B-29. In those times, how did such a big, massive piece of equipment get off the ground in the first place? And I think I was a little bit too young to really realize at the time just what the boxcar had really accomplished.
まあその誇りに思ってるほどのディグリーではない、そういうレベルじゃないと。ただこんな大きな飛行機がよく飛び上がったなっていうのを小さい時の印象で、まあ小さい時で若い時の印象があったと。
ああ、そうですか。なるほど。今ワシントンのスミソニアン博物館にエノラゲイ、広島に原爆を落としたエノラゲイを展示しようっていうことでいろんな論争が起きてるの知ってらっしゃいます？
Are you aware of the Enola Gay's display at the Smithsonian Museum in Washington D.C.? Would you
the
shift
Enola
your
Gay-
body a little bit toward the
We,
camera?
my wife and I took a trip up to Washington this past August, but I didn't get to see the Enola Gay, no. I don't think it's been on display at the time.
However, you know there is some
Quite a bit of
discussion is
controversy
going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think about this discussion itself?
Well, I think it's great. I was a young teenager in the Navy, and we visited Hiroshima and Tokyo right after the war ended, and I was quite amazed at what one bomb or one plane can do. In retrospect, I think it was awful horrible what was done. Looking back now, as my feelings towards that was a really horrible thing to do, but.
So personally, do you think display of the Enola Gay at the museum for the next year is appropriate, or what is your just personal feeling?
Well, frankly, it's in the past. The people, the kids and the youngsters and you who are living now cannot comprehend what the plane did. I think it's past its day, as well as a boxcar. It's nice to have these around to reminisce about as being an oldster like I am. I would like to turn the question around and ask what you people think of the Enola Gay display and the boxcar.
Fair's fair.
Fair is fair.
Your honest opinion.
とりあえずね、ボックスカーのエノラゲイのことについてはよくは知らないと。まあ非常に大変なね出来事を作ってしまったという状況はあれですけど、まあ個人的には別にその過去のことは過去ということでさ、そのディスプレイそのものはねそんな、問題になるほどのこともないな。だけどあなたたち日本人はどうなんだディスプレイに関しては。あなたたちのことを聞きたいと。
あ、そうですか。なるほど。まあ我々としては日本では原爆が投下されることによって大勢の人が死んだり怪我をして苦しんでいるということで、やはりまたそういう事実をですね展示してほしいというふうに思っているんですけれども。
So he says that a dropping bomb caused many casualties or death for the Japanese.
Very true.
So that well he himself won't want Smithsonian display as all facts, not a biased things, but the facts.
Right.
So that's what he
Yes.
wants.
It should be, really.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't hide it.
まあ、先ほど広島長崎に、原爆を投下したことで戦争が早く終わったということをおっしゃったわけですけれども、そのために大勢の日本の市民、日本人だけじゃなくてアメリカ軍の方にもいましたけれども、死んだことについてはどんなふうに思っていらっしゃいますか？
So what do you think the dropping bomb occurred or eventually caused many, the death of the people living in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And then those two airplanes finished the war much, that's earlier than they expected.
Yes.
What do you think those people who victimized from the A-bomb drop?
The ones that were still around and in pain, and like I say, I think the atomic bomb was one of the most horrible atrocities of World War II. But it's a catch-22 thing, it's either you do and end the war or you don't and prolong it and millions of people die. It's really a question that is very difficult to answer,
Very
even
true.
being truthfully about it. It's very, very difficult.
How about you,
I do feel sorry for the people that were
Oh, definitely,
involved in it.
definitely.
It's just pains me to even think about all the people that lived through this bomb dropping and still are surviving today, and
Yes.
it's just beyond my comprehension what the feelings of these people would have been and how they suffered all these many years and all that they went through. But like my brother said, it was a major decision on the President of the United States to bring this happening about, but like my brother said, it did save a lot of lives on both sides, on Japanese and American, to bring a closing to the war.
確実に言えばとにかく非常に遺憾に思いますと、多くの命を失った。しかしながらやはりこれをね、戦争終結を早めたっていうことに関しては我々は常にそうやれと思ってます。非常にシンパシー同情をもう禁じ得ませんということです。
帽子に US エアフォースベテランって書いてらっしゃいますけども、前にやっぱりこの空軍におられたんでしょうか。
You are wearing the US Air Force veteran.
Yes.
You are a veteran?
Yes, I am. I was in during the Korean conflict.
Korean
I was a ground crewman on P-51 aircraft in T-6.
Were
and-
you pilot or?
No, I was ground crewman.
Supporting crew.
I just worked on the aircraft, kept them in flying condition, and was stationed in Sioux City, Iowa. And we were in support of SAC headquarters, which was the bomber group out of Omaha, Nebraska.
Were you in World War II?
No, my
No.
brother was in
Oh,
World
you
War
were- you
II.
were in-
He was too young.
Oh,
see,
too young.
I was of the right age to
Yeah.
get into the.
Oh,
I
I
was
see.
in from 1944, early 44 till 46 after the war ended and everything. And
As you said, you went to Hiroshima, Nagasaki. After
I was in those. Yes, we hit Leyte Gulf invasion and we hit the Okinawa invasion on April 1st, 1945, Easter Sunday. And
Were you Army?
no, I was Navy. I was on an LST. That's the. Yeah. That's the LST is the one that goes right up on the beach.
Yes.
Contrary to all forms of ships, this one did actually beach itself. And I was in for 2.5 years, and we got to Hiroshima and Nagasaki and Tokyo Bay. And after the war, we had Liberty in Tokyo. And
But you went to Hiroshima, Nagasaki many days after that bomb drop.
oh yes, it was many days afterwards. Yes, but still. I mean, it's been 50-some years ago, but my heart goes out to those people. And if you sit down and think about it and what you've seen, even after 50 years, you get tears to your eyes. It really, it's sad. I mean, it's well.
50年経ってもやっぱり涙が出る思いもしますね。そういう悪夢。What was the day that you landed Okinawa?
April 1st, 1945, Easter Sunday, April Fool's Day. We were in the initial
April
evasion
Fool.
group. Yeah.
Do you know that particular location of Okinawa? You
Right down from Naha Airport, right on the beach. Naha was up the hill. Yeah, we went up to Naha after the base was taken. Yes.
昨日の戦いは 非常に激戦だったんですけれども、その時のことはやっぱり忘れられないんで覚えてらっしゃいます。よく覚えてらっしゃると思うんですけれども。
Okinawa fight was so severe, terrible. Do you still remember?
Yes, I've seen a lot of people laying around, and it's war is horrible. And I was only 17, 18 years old, and the impression that it created on me then, really, I wasn't used to seeing things like that until, and I think that's why the memories are so vivid now. I was really young enough that this sunk into my brain and mind that I could remember it, but I. I'm not a believer in war or killing other people. I couldn't have been in the Army and shot a person. I couldn't. I have to do it at a distance. That's why I like the Navy. I didn't personally see what happened to them. And, the divine wind, the kamikazes that hit us that day. I mean, it's something else. 50 years you don't erase things like that.
だいぶ身内の中でやっぱり亡くなられた方、戦死した。
Among your family, joined the war and then died. Do you have any?
No, there was
relatives or-
no one in our relatives. No, we were fortunate. No one. No.
広島、長崎に行かれた時の一番印象に残ったと。
Tell me one impression you still remember when you went to Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Just tell.
The utter devastation that one bomb could create, and still there was buildings, a church, I believe, and chimneys that just defied the power of the bomb and remained standing. You could look for miles around and see nothing but maybe one little building or a church or something amongst the rubble. It looked like all the bombs in the World War II had been dropped just